Shalom, it's your girl Jetty, Empress Jetty the Rebel Rouser, coming at you from Southern Belize. Listen, I want to skip all the preliminaries and get right to it because these 5 minutes be going fast. Listen, Father, touch, heal, deliver, speak truth, amen. Okay, guys, listen, we're going to talk about this concept of faith being contrary to reason, of religion being contrary to science, right? Or faith being contrary to science, or spirituality being contrary to science. Only people who have never walked in faith have that concept of faith. But in truth, people walk in faith all the time, and they don't realize it. And so let's just talk about what it really is to have faith in something, right? And then you will realize that your faith in the Most High is not illogical but super logical. Okay, so okay, let's say I have a chair, a favorite chair. And every day I come home and I sit in that favorite chair. Now, every day that I come home, what I do not do is inspect the chair. Forgive me, guys. I had a little allergy thing going on. So I was all sneezing and sniffling. My eyes are all weird. But y'all should be used to it by now. It's me, after all. Y'all know how it goes. So, what you do not do every day when you come home to that chair is inspect it. You don't turn it over and check the woodwork. You don't, take apart the upholstery and check the springs, check all the joints every time that you go to sit in that chair. You trust that since the first time you sat in the chair and it didn't drop you on the floor, and the second and the third and the millionth time, your experience has led you to where when you see that chair, not only do you trust it enough to sit in it, you trust it enough to plop down in it. You have no concern whatsoever that the chair is going to disintegrate or that the joists of the chair are suddenly going to come apart or that the wood is going to collapse or that it's just rotting out from under you. You don't have any concerns at all when you plop down into that chair that it's going to catch you. Right? You have faith. Now, your faith in the chair is increased the more you use the chair and it does not let you down. Now, some of us have, like here in my house, I have these antique chairs, right? And the old glue in them has come undone. So, like, there's this little joist piece where it's like a groove and it goes kind of in. And the glue has come out, And so one of the chairs of the set, it's a set of 4, and one of them is very unreliable. Like you might be sitting in it and then it'll just kind of come loose and then whoa, right? And so what started to happen when that first became like an issue, what we've done now is we've moved the chair out from circulation, if you will. People don't sit on it. We just got a stack of books on it until we are ready to have it properly restored. But in the meantime, what was happening was because of the instability of the one chair, it caused people to sit very precariously in all 4 chairs because you can't tell them apart when you sit down in them, right? And so it would not be illogical to lose faith in the chair once you'd had an experience that showed you that this chair was not, didn't have the structural integrity that you would hope a chair would have, right? And so, now, if you've never sat in a chair, right? If you've never sat in a chair, then you might think that it's irrational to trust a chair, okay, to hold you, because you've only ever sat on the ground, and so what is this, right? Like, I don't know about that. It's just going to hold me. I'm not, like, what's, I want to see the inside. How does it work? What's in there? What's under there? How are they together? How's that wood held together? That would make sense if you'd never seen or sat in a chair, then to be suspicious. So people who have never exercised, who have never actually tried faith out, who've never tested it, are very rational not to trust it. Because they haven't tested it, they don't trust it. But we have got to stop perpetuating this notion that those of us who have tested it and have learned to trust that faith is somehow the opposite of logic and reason. When you have tested the chair over and over and over again, we would know something was wrong with you if every time you went to sit in the chair, you had to give it a full inspection. You had to prove that the chair could hold you every time you went to sit in that chair. Like you had to see proof that the nails were still there or something. So that would actually be more illogical than if you just sat down in the chair, right? So gird yourselves up, and those of you who serve the true and living Yahweh, right, who was and is to be, our faith is not the opposite of logic and reason. Our faith is absolute logic and reason. It is trusting in the only thing that is sure and true. The literal only thing in the entire universe that is absolutely sure and true is the Creator. Because the Creator is the context in which the universe even came into existence. And so I just wanted to drop that on you guys, that we've got to start casting down some of these strange lies that have become mantras and part of our cultural identity even, that people of faith think that they are like team illogical. You guys need to start breaking down to people like simple concepts, like what is faith? How does faith develop? Okay, so faith is not the opposite of logic. Faith is the evidence of that's why, and I don't like to, I'm not going to get into that. But like faith, my faith is evidence of my prior experience, right? My prior experience gives me faith so that my next experience, I don't need to inspect the chair because I've sat in it every day for the last 2 years and it always holds me up, right? So I hope that blessed somebody. Y'all stay easy out there in these perilous end times. Y'all be magnified, glorified, and praised. And if you haven't already, check out the YouTube channel, Black Enlightainment. Listen to the playlist, The Culture, and share your thoughts. Those are all original songs by me. If you'd like to work with me, hit me up. Peace.